Mark here, Action Figuratorium. Happy 2022, everybody. Hope you're having a great year. We're going to have a great year here, starting with this momentous unboxing occasion. This is the beginning of something. You're going to see the start of something very cool. I'm putting together a new team of guys, a crew as it were, to go out and just kind of hog the airwaves with their ridiculous shenanigans. And so the unboxing we're going to be doing today is this. It is a Marvel Legends White Rabbit, new in pack. And before you click away, let me just look at the other two. It's a trifecta by way of an unboxing video. We're going to be doing this Borderlands 3 Tiny Tina, as you can see by the where we're going with this theme. And last, we've got the Subway Surfer figure. Comes in this can of spray paint container. As you can see here, it's a guy in a suit with a bunny mask on called Frank, kind of an homage to Donnie Darko. That is going to be today's unboxing. Stick around. Okay, here we are. We've got these three fantastic in-package action figs that we're going to break into. I think we're probably going to start with the Marvel Legends guy, and we'll get to these two after that. I think this is going to be the most fun. This guy, we'll do him last. But let's start with this incredibly overpriced action figure, in my opinion. You know, just saying that for what this costs and what you get out of it, there's a discrepancy. That's all. All right, first order of business is tape. All right, we have a handy utensil to use in the cutting of tape and tape-like things. All right, so these Marvel Legends, they're both quality and cheap at the same time. It's hard to describe. Really what it is they spend a lot of time, kind of like IKEA, on the way it's packaged and goes together, and makes the most of every kind of space and makes it durable, but yet it's still pretty lightweight. Figure comes in a little plastic coffin, as I like to call them, and popped out okay. It's been in there for a few years. When did they do this? 2019. Okay, this is not that old, and this has been in a store for quite some time, just sort of sitting there. I mean, neither hot nor cold. And this is going to be our first figure. Will she stand? I'm going to have to take a look at her. The rest of the stuff don't really care about. If anybody's interested in the Build-A-Fig, get a hold of me. Don't really care. So we do have on hand the blow dryer, which is quintessential to any of these action figure initial posings or even just handling the figure. So we're going to fire this guy up before we move it around. All right, so we got our White Rabbit out. She has been hit with the blow dryer. I don't know if you guys can see this very well, but what we're going to do is we're going to stack up the whole team, which I think we're going to have to call something like Team Hutch. She has got weird boots. And the paint on this is pretty generic. And there's really almost no paint, just a little bit of gold and some stuff on the face. But, you know, all the parts are mainly, you know, the gloves are white, the boots are white, jacket's blue. All right, so this is our, this may be our team leader for what we're putting together here. And we're gonna bring along our lieutenant now. We're gonna get to our second unboxing. All right, this was a thrift store rescue. I don't know if you can see that, but this came from Goodwill for $6.99, new in the box. Box looks beat up. I believe $6.99 is too much to pay for something like this, in my opinion. But I have paid a lot more for a lot less, and there have been plenty of times when I've found complete scores for next to nothing, a very high dollar item. So you just kind of cycle through and you win, you lose. All right, so this has got a little cardboard box, see-through, pretty generic packaging. Tray comes out with its little plastic coffin. I can see there's some tape holding the figure in. A lot of cool accessories. The accessories look extremely well painted. Look at that. The rabbit looks cool. The rabbit mask looks cool. This paint job on this looks really, really good. Who made this? Gearbox, McFarlane Toys. Okay, so this is the real deal. This is a really cool looking toy. This looks like it should be a really high-end action figure, and I get the feeling that these things are, that they didn't sell, and these are cheap everywhere. And also, I just think that action figures from video games never do as well as, you know, figures from movies or comic books or comic book movies. Here's here. She's got a whole bunch of kind of looks like kind of riffing on Tank Girl a little bit with this figure. I don't know what you guys know about that. There she is. She's joined by her colleague, perhaps the captain, perhaps they're co-captains. There's a lot of other great little doodads in here as well. There's a really cool face mask that goes on. Probably fits in the same slot that this does. There's a cool looking gun. There's a cool like sort of rabbit, like a stuffed animal. And then there's like the gratuitous backpack. You know, it's always easy to give people a backpack. Okay, we're going to launch into this now. So these, by the way, this was $20, but this had the, I'm pointing at the white rabbit, but it had the Build-A-Fig with it, and in theory I could sell that off and drop it down to, you know, 10 or so. This was Goodwill $6.99, which is kind of a lot. You may find one loose for $3, but $6.99 in the package, no questions asked, a little beat up. This guy came off of eBay, and this was $6.49. Okay, these are not collectible. No one is buying these. So if you're looking for something like the penny stocks of toys to get into, then you should look at these Subway Surfer figures, because they're going for next to nothing. And you could have a huge supply. All right, here we go. Get this can. All right, figure in one side. This is actually kind of cool packaging. And then you get the character, Frank. Like I said in the intro, it's kind of a Donnie Darko thing. Okay, so the cap comes off. It's a regular cap. And then And you've got this simulated spray can. This would be a great way to train kids on one day becoming graffiti artists, just to get used to holding the can. I assume you got to screw something to get the guy out. Unscrew the top. It's very heavily packed in there. And there is, of course, a little sticker that comes with this as well. It says Frank. And maybe we'll put that on our skateboard ramp or something. So, can, which is cool. All right, let's go through each one real quick here under my guidelines of how I do the reviews. Start with the paint and sculpt. I already did the packaging, by the way. Paint and sculpt of the Tiny Tina Borderlands 3. Looks, from McFarlane, looks amazing. Looks like the video game character. It spent a lot of time to make it look like Tank Girl. Looks actually like a very expensive high-end toy. It's probably not. Marvel Legends White Rabbit is just a generic sort of Marvel Legends body. It's neither cheap nor expensive. Made from a bunch of different oddball random parts. Very bare minimum of paint went into it. It's okay. It's just kind of a goofball character. You're supposed to, you know, kind of just like it because it's goofball. And finally, moving on to the Subway Surfer Frank. It is a basically kind of a rubber figure that doesn't move at all. You can put the feet into it, they come out, that's about it. And I don't think the mask comes off either. Appears to all be, from what I can tell, yes, one big molded piece. And he just kind of rounds out the sort of chaos of the group. All right, let's move on to the articulation. The Tiny Tina moves everywhere and seems to make a bunch of cool poses. The Marvel Legends one is Marvel Legends. They're pretty good. They're sort of the benchmark by which you judge everything. If it's at least this or you know, or more than this, is you can tell if you get a great figure. This guy has no articulation, nothing moves on it, so we're going to say he is at 0 points. And move on to finally the fun factor. Hell of a lot of fun. Hell of a lot of fun, believe it or not, and also a lot of fun when combined with the other two. These three are going to be champions. Stick around for future updates involving Team Hutch. With that, I will catch you guys on the next one.